Java Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo 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 Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If anyone wants to follow, it's chapter 5. It's the last verse, 529. And it's called Karma Yoga or Action in Krishna Consciousness. Glasses so you can see. So this is what this is about, is the bhakti or bhakti yoga. And so we want to find out what is bhakti, why do we do bhakti yoga, what's the big thing about bhakti as opposed to other yogas. That's what this whole chapter has been about. So I just want to start off with a little prayer. Amaginati nirandasya jana jana shalakaya chakshuran militamina tasmai shri gurave namaha Shri Chaitanya manobhishtam tastabdinena bhutale swayam upagadamayam dadati svapadantikam Nama om vishnu vidaya krishna vasaya budale shri bhaktivedanta swamini chanamane Namaste saraswati devi gauravani vacharine nirvashesha sannivadi paschadani shatane Vanchikalpatubhyascha kripasandhavaivacha patitanam pavanego vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Right, so this is it's a famous verse in the Bhagavad Gita. There's 700 verses altogether in Bhagavad Gita. But this particular one is a famous one. It's 529. Yeah. Because it's called the peace formula. You'll see why now. So I'm going to read the Sanskrit and then the translation. And then the explanation of the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Bhuktaram yagyatapasham sarvaloka maheshwaram shuriram sarvabhutanam yatvaman shantam richati. So it says that the person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. The conditioned souls within the clutches of the illusory energy are all anxious to obtain peace in the material world, but they do not know the formula for peace, which is explained in this part of the Bhagavad Gita. The greatest peace formula is simply this: Lord Krishna is the beneficiary in all human activities. Men should offer everything to the transcendental service of the Lord because He is the proprietor of all planets and the demigods thereon. No one is greater than He. He is greater than the greatest of the demigods, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. In the Vedas, in the Svetashvatara Upanishad 6.7, the Supreme Lord is described as Tam Ishvaranam Paramam Maheshwaram. Under the spell of illusion, living entities are trying to be lords of all they survey, but actually they are dominated by the material energy of the Lord. The Lord is the master of material nature, and the conditioned souls are under the stringent rules of material nature. Unless one understands these bare facts, it is not possible to achieve peace in the world, either individually or collectively. This is the sense of Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna is the supreme predominator, and all living entities, including the great demigods, are his subordinates. One can attain perfect peace only in complete Krishna consciousness. Can anyone tell me or give me an example of how we, the living entities, are dominated by the material energy? Can anyone think of how? Any examples?
Luxuries.
What?
Luxuries, like comfort, that material.
Luxuries. It's more like what is kind of stopping us, you know? What is an example of where one is we're under stringent rules. Like luxuries, we're not really under stringent rules. That's more of a choice in that sense. But tell me some of the stringent rules that we're under. Senses, yeah. The senses are saying, I want this, I want that, I want this.
Yeah, like sight and taste.
Yeah.
It keeps us busy all the time.
Yes.
Even if we realize it is false,
Yeah.
still we keep doing it.
Yeah.
So we are blinded somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's the senses. Anything else that shows that we're under stringent rules?
Darkness.
Darkness, yeah, that is true. Yeah, we do need light. We can't see anything. We don't have light. Yeah, that's okay. We're definitely getting closer. Anyone think of any other stringent rules that we're under?
Addiction.
Oh wow! Yeah, addiction as well. Yeah, yeah. We're addicted to two things in the material body. You know, whether it is too many ladus or too many, you know, too much playing on the phone machine or whatever. But yeah. But anger, yeah. Lust, greed, and anger. Now, these are really getting there. Actually, it's so very interesting the way everyone is thinking on the lines of how they're affected by different things at the moment and how they are not in control of those things. That's very interesting. But there's other states which are very much shows that we're under stringent rules.
Ego.
We're still on that one again. Yeah, it's good. I mean, we're working on how that the mind and the body and the senses are affected in this world by things. But there is other stringent, very stringent rules.
Can you give some hints?
Ego.
Okay.
Attachment to this world.
Attachment as well. Yeah. No, that's
Overthinking.
Ego.
Yeah, well, you're getting there, but we're still on the particular present.
Desire.
No.
Can
But I
you
mean
give
that is correct, but it's not what I'm looking for.
Can you give hit?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Everyone in this room has got a different age at the moment. Right?
Time.
Time, yeah, you're getting close. Yeah, time definitely.
Knowledge.
Oh, the age of Kali, yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's a run. No. Oh, I'm going to have to tell you now because you're not getting it.
Birth and death.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Birth, death, disease, and old age. We're under this, there's stringent rules, you know. We can't do anything about them. We're getting old by the second, you know. Constantly happening now, even at this minute. And we're going to every one of us is going to die, you know. Every one of us has been forced to take birth. That's why we're here. And disease, well, you know, I won't get into that, but
Prabhu, you are talking about 4 Janma Mrityu Jara.
yes, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi.
Oh,
Yes,
I get
exactly. There are stringent rules that we're under. Now, it's very interesting what you were all choosing. You were all choosing that we're in these bodies and that the different things that affect us, which is all correct. You know, anger, lust, greed, ego. You know, all of these things, attachment. These are all things that we're under, but even more so. But even again, if you look even more closely, digestion, you know, our digestion is going on completely. We're oblivious to it. It's happening now. You know, we're digesting, we're breathing, our heart is beating. We didn't do any of those things, you know. I heard a conversation, a statement by an atheist today. And what the atheist was saying was that, well, you know, you're asking me to prove that there is a God, or prove that there's no God, you know, because that's what some people ask the atheist. Well, prove that there isn't a God. He says, but you can't prove that there is a God, whatever. And then I was thinking to myself, but this person, he cannot even control his digestion, you know. He doesn't have any say over the air that he's breathing. The air is there for him, you know. In 50 years, he won't be there anymore. So why should I listen to somebody, you know, who's not going to be there in 50 years, who cannot control his air, his breathing? What good has he got to say? What can he say? You know. So then the position of the theist is that so many people have described God and so I'm just going to turn off this. And we accept the knowledge that it's coming down in parampara, you know, coming from great sages, because they have all agreed already. You know, they have, you know, it's not that they're in disagreement. Everyone knows birth, death, disease, old age, knows the spiritual dimension, and knows how to approach the Supreme. The knowledge of how to approach the Supreme is being given and being accepted by all great sages. So I don't have to start off from zero like an atheist says, well, there's no God, prove there's no God. You know, because what can my short life, what can that actually understand in such a short time? You know, can't really understand anything, because it's like goes like that, you know, one second after another second, and you know, that's the length of an actual life. But if we can hear and tune in to all the information that the great sages and so on have agreed upon, and they do, that's why it's called a parampara system. That this knowledge is coming down into cyclic succession. And Krishna, 5,000 years ago, it was broken. So Krishna came and again spoke it again to Arjuna. So that we can actually have that knowledge. So it's a much safer place to be, you know, to be hearing these things. And it's funny that all those things that you mentioned, like lust, anger, greed, desire, envy, ego, you know, all of those things, they are the secondary things which are preventing us from understanding the Supreme or God, you know, because I would say they all come under, I think it's called ahankar, or the false ego. That is what gets in the way of so many things. It's like Krishna's on the other side of it. Can you imagine that? Krishna's on this side and we're on this side, and Krishna wants to, you know, have the relationship with us, but we're here all the time. The false ego is preventing. Every time Krishna is trying to get somewhere, false ego is blocking, you know. And that's either from our, you know, previous samskaras, from previous lifetimes, and from our previous upbringing, from many, many lifetimes, or it's also from the modes of material nature. Some days it's very sattvic, some days it's very tamasic. Christmas time, people, they stay in, they sleep, and they eat too much, and then they're trying to understand things, and their mind is just going, you know. So it's like, so the modes of material nature, and our choices as well. You know, we make wrong choices. We make choices based on various things which are affecting us. So that's why I was listening to one devotee today explain this, that's why we actually associate with devotees, because they are giving us that escape route in that sense. They're giving us a higher sense of consciousness, you know. They're allowing us to see, because that's associating with devotees, that is what does that. It gives us that ability to see differently, to see beyond the matter. And of course, the devotees are just, they repeat what is in the Shastra as well. They don't kind of make it up themselves. They're repeating because they're studying the Shastra. And they're also, they're chanting Hare Krishna, you know. Let me say one thing about chanting Hare Krishna, because it's such a valuable thing. It's so valuable because it's our link with Krishna. It's like Krishna is there and we're here, and Krishna says, okay, here's how we communicate. Chant this mantra. Once you're chanting that mantra, you're in touch with me. You know, we're in touch together. So it behooves us when we're chanting that mantra to be very attentive, because then we can feel Krishna. We may not be able to initially see Krishna, but we can feel Krishna's presence when we're chanting his name, because he's non-different from the mantra. That's how powerful this whole thing is. So it's like of all the great gifts that have been of all the Vedas, in the age of Kali, this is the most powerful. You know, I wish I was able to just catch on the verse very quickly, because let me see if I can. I want to get on to the 8th canto, chapter 5. Actually, I'm on this particular one here now, and I just want to repeat this verse here, because this is a verse which allows us to get great strength in devotional service. It allows us to get closer to Krishna. I was talking initially about the holy name, chanting the holy name. So now, this is something which we should try to bring into our lives if we can. And so, are you ready? This is Shukadeva Goswami speaking. Shukadeva Goswami. He says, it is said that great personalities almost always accept voluntary suffering because of the suffering of people in general. This is considered the highest method of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is present, and he says, who is present in everyone's heart. So we know at this time that people can suffer, you know, because there's so much expectation at Christmas time. I'm going to have a great time, I'm going to have my friends, and this and that. But invariably, this is not the place to get happiness, and generally we try to get happiness by enjoying our senses, and that's the surefire way of not getting happiness. It may be some temporary happiness, but it's followed by a massive distress. Just the way the world is made. You know, you can't change it. That's just the way it is, and it's made that way for a purpose. But so people then generally, though, they suffer because of that. But the great sages, what they do, they accept voluntary suffering so that other people will see happiness, will be happy. And let's see how that can be done. Srila Prabhupada says in the purport. Here is an explanation of how those engaged in activities for the welfare of others are very quickly recognized by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So those engaged in the welfare of others, okay, that's the punchline. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 1868-69, let me see, does anyone know what 1868-69 is? Anyone know that verse? It's quite an interesting one. It says, Ya idam paramam guyam mad bhakteshu abhidashiti nacha tasman manusheshu kaschin me priyakritama. This is Krishna speaking. One of the last words he says in the Bhagavad Gita. So generally when you're saying something at the end, the most important, don't forget this, you say the last thing you say. He says, one who preaches the message of Bhagavad Gita to my devotees is most dear to me. Not only that, he says, no one can excel him in satisfying me by worship. So it's exactly what the verse said. The way to worship the Lord is by explaining Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada goes on actually. There are different kinds of welfare activities in this material world, but the supreme welfare activity is the spreading of Krishna consciousness. Other welfare activities cannot be effective, for the laws of nature and the results of karma cannot be checked. It is by destiny or the laws of karma that one must suffer or enjoy. For instance, if one is given a court order, he must accept it whether it brings suffering or profit. Similarly, everyone is under the obligations to karma and its reactions, and no one can change this. Therefore, the Shastra says, Tasyeva haito prayateta kovito. One should endeavor for that which is never obtained by wandering up and down the universe as a result of the reactions of karma. What is that? One should endeavor to become Krishna conscious. So if one tries to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, he should be understood to be performing the best welfare activity. So that's an incredible message, isn't it? That's how we actually will make rapid advancement in Krishna in this life. And we will make ourselves known to God, to Krishna. Krishna will spot that. And the reason, can anyone say why normal welfare activities will not be most helpful? It's definitely better than not doing any welfare activities, but why is it not effective? Prabhupada said it here, it's very blunt. Prabhupada says it's not effective. Why is it not effective?
Maybe it's not recognized by God.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's recognized by God, but it's not. But I think you're getting onto the point there. Very good. But because Krishna is very happy when somebody gives the real welfare work of giving his name, so or of spreading Krishna consciousness. But there's kind of looking for a more of the technical answer about why it isn't. It was a good answer though, yeah, because it really relates to what Krishna says about what he really recognizes.
Maybe because the general welfare activities are related to improving our karma, but are actually not related to spiritually, reach out to Krishna.
Yeah, that's it the name actually. Yeah, because the normal activities, the people are suffering in one sense their karma, and one way or the other, they're going to have to suffer it. And we all have to suffer our karma in that sense. It's not to say that you don't try to help people. You do. We do try to help people. But that help it's not as effective, because the laws of nature that we're living in, the living entities in this world, they're under stringent, we said stringent laws. We're forced to accept our previous karma from our previous lifetime. That's both good and both bad. And the point that you mentioned, I thought was good, because you said that who are performing karma for benefit, because a lot of people do that. They perform this karma so that they'll get this result, so that they'll get this result and I'll get this result. And generally, and it's quite amazing, because what that is that, I'm trying to give an example. Oh yeah, if somebody, when they eat food, for the first maybe 10 minutes they feel quite satisfied, it will hit the dopamine or something, or you feel kind of satisfied inside. But then that goes away, and then you kind of, I'm a bit hungry, it's never long lasting. And that's the nature of this world as well. So in the same way that people, when they try to go to it's the karma kanda section of the Vedas actually, that people would definitely spend a lot of time on the karma kanda section of the Vedas to try to achieve longevity, better birth, going to the higher planetary systems, but that's like it's kind of just an amplified version of that 10-minute satisfaction of having eaten something nice. It might last for maybe 1,000 years or 100,000 years even, but it's another version of that. So if we, whatever we take out, we have to put back. So if we're getting some good karma, it's set up in such a way that to get that good karma, we're going to do some bad karma as well. So you're going to get happiness and distress. And if you notice that in Bhagavad Gita, so many verses are about one who is even-minded in happiness and distress, honor or dishonor, fame and infamy. If you're even-minded, Krishna is saying that all the time. And there's a reason why he's saying it all the time, because the tendency is when somebody says something good about us, we think, oh, yes, well, they're right, I'm a really nice person. When somebody says something bad about us, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm bad? No, I'm not, you are. No, these are the kind of reactions that normally kind of ensue. That's because we're attached and we're, the ego is blocking and so on. But the actually self-realized sage, he is not disturbed by any of those things. And one thing that I can say a little bit from experience is that we all kind of want to do the right thing. We all want to be kind of good in general, most of us do. But Krishna is saying happiness and distress, fame or infamy, honor or dishonor. My experience is that even though I would want to do correct things and so on, some people will not see it that way. And they will say, yeah, this guy, he did this, he did this, he did this. And would see it from, so we have to see it that that's Krishna saying that, not the person who might not like us or whatever. That's God is doing that to us. Because he wants to see what our reaction is. He wants to see, are we yet on that level? That we can actually be able to tolerate the happiness and distress, the fame and infamy, and the honor and dishonor. And that's why spiritual life is so amazing, because, it's really experiential. You cannot fake it, you cannot. You may be able to fool some people that you're a great person or you're great advanced or this or that. Even you may present, and I've some of my spiritual teachers have explained this to me a few times. It's on a higher level, like that I'm not. They're explaining to me though that a person may even be a great spiritual authority, but he may be doing it for the wrong reasons. That he may be doing it so that he can have followers. He may be doing it so that he can be thought of as a great person. These motivations are there, and these are the anarthas, you know, the things that are there, that are in the inside, and they're inside there in all of us, you know. So that's why spiritual life is so amazing, because we cannot get away from the fact that these things are there, and the sooner that we can face up to them, the more exciting and more powerful it becomes, and you know, the more real it is. And then that other verse which explains that that we can be of great help to others, and I think I was saying to you that they're getting the association of devotees who are kind of they're advanced in spiritual life, that you want to be like that then as well, you know. So if everybody, say if everybody here in the room really works on their spiritual life in a genuine way, it's going to help the whole world, you know. If everybody does that, it's going to help everybody. So that's why this verse is called the peace one, because it's the genuine way of achieving peace in the world. The ways in which people generally try to have peace is they try to quell the whole disturbance down and maybe offer some people money, or you know, and it works for some time. It definitely has some effect, you know. It works for a while, but inside it's not worked, you know, because people still have the same desires. They still haven't worked on their internal motivations, and therefore we still complicate things then for ourselves, and we create disturbance in the world. So Bhagavad Gita is like, it's a powerful torch on the internal life, you know, and it gives you amazing tools to work at trying to bring ourselves onto a better level in spiritual life. And it gives us mercy. In other words, when the ego starts to go down, then Krishna can connect, and then Krishna can give us the knowledge. It's Tadami Buddhi Yodantwan. It's one of the most famous verses in Bhagavad Gita. 10:10. Krishna says, "I give the intelligence by which they can come to me," and that is that's like an internal relationship. And just getting back to the chanting, that's what the chanting is meant to be like that. Is that, oh energy of the Lord, oh please engage me in your service. You know? And when the congregational chanting happens, then there's a power, another energy kicks in, you know, and that's meant to be the method for this age, that all of us come together and chant Hare Krishna. And the more, and it's funny, it's like the great sacrifice for this age. I mean, in previous ages, they used to have the Ashwamedha yogis and so many big yogis. But here it's like, you can get together in Dublin 6:45 or 7 o'clock and start chanting, and it's the same thing. You know? You get the same result. There's so many verses in the Bible which says the same result is achieved by doing this as you will when you read or when you perform all these massive yogis. When Yudhishthira had to find gold from all around the world before he could do the Ashwamedha yoga. But that it's been made much more simple in this age. But it's very, very powerful. So that is also the peace formula as well. That's also what's really in the Krishna consciousness mood. The beads, you know, the chanting beads, like they're like a powerhouse. You know, you can approach them in the morning and pray and say that, oh Krishna, please allow me to come in contact with you. And I understand that you are the most supreme. I am a tiny living entity and I'm full of faults. And I don't know what to do. But if I chant the holy name, then I can actually make some progress. So that's the other verse I stopped on that verse, but the other verse that I wanted to stop on, it's a powerful verse, and it's in, sorry, I'll just find it This is what I wanted to really talk about, because it is the peace formula Krishna is saying here. It's the peace formula involves invoking the mode of goodness. You know, what we have in our power, and it's an interesting. We cannot, in one sense, the modes of nature are set up in a certain way that is dictated to us how to act, because we cannot change our karma as such. It's meant to happen, but we can change our karma if we can associate with the higher modes of nature. Like we don't associate with the mode of ignorance, we don't associate with the mode of passion, but we associate with the mode of goodness, and we associate beyond goodness. I know. Does everybody here know what the modes of nature are? Does everyone have an idea? I know, because it's an easy phrase just to shout out. Okay, just very quick explanation. The mode of ignorance is like we just want to sleep, we're lazy, we procrastinate, we don't want to do anything, you know. So if we associate with that mode, we're drifting down into animal life, you know. The mode of passion is characterized by relentless activity. You know, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, because I want to be happy, so I want to get a job, so therefore I run around the place, and I'm all the time constantly focused on something like that. Whereas the mode of goodness is what we're trying to reach, is whereby we can actually, our mind is steady, and we're not hankering and we're not lamenting. You know, we're not hankering for something that we don't have, or we're lamenting for something which happened. You know, because if you ever examine some persons, and this is important. If you ever examine how much we actually lament, like when I was a child, my mother did this, and my father did this, and this is why it is, and yeah, that person said that thing to me, and we spend so much time lamenting about something, you know, and that's kind of like the. Now, I'm not saying that that's the modes of nature are there, but the lamentation prevents us from clear access. You know? So, but the mode of goodness is above hankering and lamentation. You know, the mode of goodness is like it's like the light vision. We get up early in the morning. We eat the proper foods. You know, we're not gorging all sorts of, you know, prohibited foods, shall I say. And so the mode of goodness is like that. So if we associate with the mode of goodness, we invoke the mode of goodness. But we're trying to go beyond goodness. And that's again the peace formula, you know, is that we're trying to live our lives in a sattvic way, you know, that invokes the mode of goodness. That we don't destroy the planet, you know. We don't, our activities are all very positive, very, you know, enriching, helping the soil, helping the planet, helping the universe, you know. But there's another mode which is beyond that. Does anyone know what that mode is? It's the word sattva is in it. It's called Shuddha-sattva, which is purified goodness, which is like spiritual. You know, it's actually beyond just the normal goodness, and that's achieved through the spiritual practices. You know, and then we can act on beyond the modes of nature, which is very powerful place to be. And that when people are beyond the powers of the modes of nature, because those modes are constantly acting on us, goodness, passion, ignorance. You know, even we get up in the morning, it's goodness. We do activity during the day, and at night time, the mode of ignorance comes and we take rest. So we're constantly being affected by different things around us, and so the mode of Shuddha-sattva means that we're able to be not affected by those things. But that's a very elevated state of spirituality. But it's something which we're always aspiring for. But chanting Hare Krishna is in the mode of Shuddha-sattva. It's in the pure spiritual goodness. And just say one more verse. And it is Kalar dosha nide rajan ashti yeko mahanduna kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangha parangajet. So, will I read it out in English?
Yeah.
The age of Kali is full of unlimited faults. So we're in the age of Kali. So we all have so many faults. Okay? Indeed, it is just like an ocean of faults. Of dosha nidhi. But there is one chance, one opportunity. Kirtanal eva Krishna sya mukta sangha parambraja. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can be freed from the contamination of Kali Yuga. And in his original spiritual body can return home back to Godhead. This is the opportunity of Kali Yuga. So, that's what I'm saying. This is a powerhouse, you know. If you can get into this, get into chanting, you have actually made huge progress in this lifetime. It's incomparable. And then that's why we have the Kirtan afterwards, you know, in a few minutes from 7 to 9, because the congregational chanting is even more powerful. You know, which is, you often find that, you know, people when they're chanting, suddenly they're jumping up and down and dancing, you know. And it's because of that, because the power, because you actually get the spiritual feeling, you know. You're actually on the spiritual platform. And we're no longer on the material platform. The mode of goodness is definitely required, but the spiritual platform is even beyond the mode of goodness. Because the mode of goodness you can get attached to the mode of goodness as well. But the mode of goodness in this world here has the most passion and ignorance in it. So, okay, just wanted to stop there. Is there anyone wants to ask any questions or make any comments, disagreements? Go ahead. Could you make something to say? Prabhasa beats it. She's got the energy.
Rachel, as you said that Shuddha Sattva,
Yes.
when one attains that, so they don't actually feel the attachment or any obstacles or anything, any negativity is coming into the life.
Yeah.
So is chanting a way to achieve that? Because at least from personal experience, I always have a fear, constant fear of uncertainty, like what is going to happen, and
Yeah.
it may take various forms, like even in small
Yeah.
activities or even big decisions in life. So
Yeah.
that bothers me. So is chanting a way that can help so that I'm not affected by the things that are uncertain?
Absolutely, yeah. It's quite amazing. My very first experience of chanting and of Krishna consciousness was many years ago. I went to a lecture in Trinity, and the person who later became my spiritual master was giving this talk from the Bhagavatam, and he started talking about anxiety, you know. And when he started talking about anxiety, I just actually realized, oh my God, that's what I've been in anxiety all this time and I haven't been aware of it, you know? So I think on a very positive note, you're aware of it, you know? So that is very positive, you know, believe it or not. I know it's because it's difficult to deal with. But yes, the answer is yes, it does. It may not happen overnight. It may be times that you feel it, you know, before you fully feel it. There may be times where you feel it for a while, and then other times when you'll slip back. Because, like, spiritual life it's not like a quick fix like what we all kind of want these days. It takes a lot of, it takes kind of, you have to pay the price, which anything good you have to do anyway. But the beauty of the chanting is that there's no safer place in the world than in the Kirtan, when you're in the congregation chanting. Because at that time you can experience freedom from any type of anxiety that's going on. And I suppose until the time comes when there's no gaps in between, there will still be that there. It's like, but it's given sometimes the example is given that, when an electric fan is going around, it's going round and round and round and round. And then you pull out the plug, but the fan keeps on going around for a while. So it's a little bit, once you start chanting, it's like you pull the plug out, and there's two parts to it. There's chanting, and chanting is everything, just chanting and taking prasadam, which is food offered to Krishna. If you can, a great addition is hearing as well. And hearing, the best way to hear is to hear every day. Every day. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. It's like, it's a verse from the Bhagavatam, and it has untold potency by hearing every day. We may not understand always what's going on, but if we still apply ourselves, it's acting even without knowing. A lot of these things are acting even if we don't know them. But we're doing it. It's called. There's different stages. Well, the first stage is called sadhana. We're doing it by practice. We're not on the Sudasattva platform yet, but we're practicing. We're practicing the Sudasattva platform, and eventually, through the chanting, because this is the other one of the major things that the chanting does. In that, Cheto Darpana Marjanam Pavo. Does anyone know that verse? Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhavana. Yes. Yeah, near Bhavana. Shriya Kaiva Chantika Vijayana. It cleanses the heart. That's what the chanting is doing. Of all the dust that has accumulated from many lifetimes. So that's another way that we become less affected by all the things that are going on and from our previous karma. Because we all have to work on ourselves as well. That's all being cleaned away by the chanting. That's the power that the chanting does. So hopefully that's it. Was there one other question, or someone's going to ask that?
I have a question. So because we were talking about Kali, which is the present, after this it's Satya, which is also described I think in the Gita, right?
Yes.
So it says that it is going to be a time of spiritual evolution and the world becoming a better place again. So is there any verse in the Gita about that? Like, how can we get rid of the problems in Kali again before we enter Satya?
It's funny. It's because everything is cyclical. What it says in the Bhagavad Gita that it's going to take another while before we get back to Satya. And the actual dates are given. Kali Yuga lasts 432,000 years, and we're only 5,000 years into it. But it's stated. This is Lord Chaitanya appeared in the 15th century. And it's stated that we're going into a period of 10,000. It's called the Golden Age, which is 10,000 years, when Satyuga can be there again, basically.
Okay.
So you're here at the right time. So yeah, there is a way in which, and that's what this peace formula is about. In that sense, we are trying to invoke the mode of goodness again. So we're trying to invoke that. Like you could spend, weeks speaking about this verse. I didn't even start on the verse. I only read the first paragraph as well.
didn't even get to the place where we're speaking about how the peace formula actually works. But it, the more that we can actually experience this, and the more that we, the more that we can actually connect with the parampara. And that's what I'm saying about if connecting with saintly people, we actually can make quicker progress that way. Okay, so we shall maybe just stop there for now, but thank you so much. And next week there might be a slight change of program. It'll be the same time, it'll be Bhagavad Gita, but we might do something slightly different from then on. So to see. So everyone's invited to come back. Please say Hare Krishna. So I'm going to start, and we have some good Kirtaners tonight. Thank you. I might just go for half an hour. Then would you be able to do Kirtan? Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hari Hari Bol.
So the next part of the program is I'm going to ask you to sing. Do you want to sing on the harmonium or would you like to start? Okay. Wonderful devotee, Prabhuji, Ajinta, who has brought so much joy to Ireland over the last 4 or 5 days, and we want to keep on coming if we can. Haribol.
Thank you, Mark.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jai Gaur Hari Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Gaura, Gaurani, Jaya Gaura Gaura, Gaurani, Gaura Gaura, Gaurani, Gaura Gaura, Gaurani. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama. Nitai Gaura Haripa, Gaura Haripa, Haripa, Nitai Gaura Haripa. Nitai Gaura Haripa, Gaura Haripa, Gaura Haripa, Nitai Gaura Haripa. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Shri Gudaram Harinam Sunjur Dunya Ki, Shri Pancha Tattva Ki, Hai Gaur.
Ну, ему большая, или вчера. У нас еще были
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Everyone together. And one more time, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya. Yeah, there you go.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Dhamma bina ke dhamya Jagata samsare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Patita Bhavana Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Suti Viva Baladana Ami Boro Duki Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Suti Viva Baladana Ami Boro Duki Prabhu Dagasa Tavati Parvareba Chaitanya Sanatana Ruparaduna Atajuga Shuju Prabhu Lokanata Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangha Mage Narottama Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangha Mage Narottama Swarup Sanatana Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangamadi Narottama Ramachandra Sangamadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Gaura Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Gaura Hariva.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Gaura Hari Bal, Gaura Hari Bal, Gaura Hari Bal, Gaura Hari Bal.
Sai Gaura Pramanande.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama वैराग्य की
Такая мелодия знакомая. Где мы следующий? Что-то другое.
Ну, я от Мукунды слышал. Она... Да.
Я сегодня уезжаю. Через 6 часов уезжаю.
Ну, как раз защита
будет вам дороге. Я благодарна.
Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya. Bhagavan Singh Dev Ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Shri Panchatattva Ki Jai, Go Pramanande Hari Mo. Vancha Kalpatarvasya Kripa Sindhabhe Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Antakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Yaga Ki Jai, Friday Kirtan Ki Jai.
Она говорит, может, вы на чем-то типа подъехали? Я говорю, нет. Ну, подъехали, в смысле, или что, заехали что-то, проехали, а потом выехали. Ну, типа как в трамвае, или по поезду. Нет.
Да не, он же этот...
Все
Саша додав.
Нічого страшного.